Be whiz, and I'm going to explain in this video how to create your first fleet and go on the first expedition. You will need to invest some money into CryptoMines to do it. You have to buy Eternal. You can buy it on BuySwap or PancakeSwap. They've got links on the website to do it. But I'm just going to explain how to create your first fleet and not make the mistakes that I made, which I did make some mistakes. But to start off with, you can mint your spaceship. The price is 0.16 Eternal at the moment. This changes. I think they maintain it at about $20. So that will change and the price will stay the same. So in fiat it will be $20. A worker is also $20, and you basically put them together to create fleets and you go on expedition. So we'll go into this a bit further. But you can buy spaceships and workers for a really good price on the marketplace. And if you are wanting to do one super efficient and super cheap, then it probably is better to go on the marketplace and buy some 2-starred or 3-starred ships at the cheapest price you can, and then buy some workers. But watch the whole of the video, because what you want to buy and what you want to go for will depend on how much you've got to invest and how much you're willing to invest and how much you want to risk as well. So you start off with spaceships. You are allowed up to 10 spaceships in each fleet. You can mint the spaceship, you can buy the spaceship. You only need one spaceship for a fleet to work, but you do need a spaceship. You can see I've got 3 fleets here, and I started off with wreckers and I made them to 100 mining points because I wanted to just mine the first one. But I learned that I thought it was only one ship per expedition, like one ship per fleet, but it isn't like that. So once you've got your spaceships and your workers, you'll need more workers than spaceships. So spaceships will hold 1 to 5 workers, and if you've got a spaceship with 5 stars, that will hold 5 workers. Your workers will vary in mining power. Mining power is what it's all about in regards to where you're going to go, what you're going to mine, and how you're going to get any Eternal back. So the higher the mining power, the better you'll be and the higher you'll get back for mining. So you'll have your workers. I'll mint one in a second, and then you do the fleets and you click create fleet. So let me mint one. I'll pause the video and see, like, open it up on there, but it will take a little while for it to probably go through. So it doesn't cost much in terms of gas fees, but it does cost $20 in Eternal. So if I just click confirm, it will say it's using the green stuff. I believe that's in my claimable little area there. So now I've got the spaceship, and we can reveal the NFT. That cost another little bit of gas. Oh, it's costing a lot of gas at the moment, so you don't want to do that. While that's happening, you do not want to spend like $200 on the gas. So you have to be careful as well with this, because it does, if it isn't going to do something right, then it will charge you a stupid amount. Try it again. There we go. Look, it's gone down. Like I said, you need to keep your eyes on that, because if you hold a few BNB in your account and you don't keep your eyes on it, I don't think it will charge you that much, but it will likely be a failed transaction, and you might as well just wait and see why it's charging you that much. It's an error in the contract of some description. So we got a really rubbish 1-star spaceship. We can have 1 worker on it. It's not really even worth using, in my opinion. I mean, if you're going to chuck it on a fleet and you haven't got anything else. But you really want 2-star or something along those lines, because when you get the workers, you don't know what mining power, and you need at least 100 mining power to mine the first planet on the expedition. I'm going to mint a worker as well, just to show you on the fleets part how to actually put it together and get your first expedition done. You can only do 1 expedition every 24 hours. You don't need to buy any fuel. Again, that's another mistake I made. I thought I had to buy fuel, and that's why I couldn't go on another expedition. It's 1 every 24 hours per fleet. So you just have to wait. You know, you can have more fleets and be doing it on the same day, but it resets at midnight UK time, UTC. Let's reveal this worker. Hopefully the 1-star thingy will then mean we'll get a nice 5-star here. Come on. But you can see all the odds and all the different things on here, like on the marketplace it shows you. So this is going to reveal. I'll link it in as well, so you can go through like their Wikipedia or their white paper, and it explains to you. So again, really poor player, 1 star, 16 mining power. He's not really going to be able to be used. You're better off. Well, I'm probably going to burn him, and they give you a small percentage back. But you know that's pretty poor. But for the example, it'll work. So then you click create fleet. You go understood. And then you go here. So then, like I said, you can have 10 spaceships. So you drag your spaceships over, and where it says here 1 out of 10, then these are how many workers you can have on your spaceship. So once you've dragged the spaceships you want over to this right hand side, you need the worker. So you then, Jonathan Cholmondeley, come on over, my friend. He's over here. And then if I had enough workers and enough ships, then I could name my fleet here and then put in minimum 100, and then it would say create fleet, and then you have to pay a little bit to create the fleet, and that would be how you'd get your first fleet. And then what they'll turn up here once it's gone through the blockchain, and you've got these 3. Well, these are my 3. You can see none of these can go on expeditions. It says can't go on expedition underneath the ID, and that's because I've been on one today already. But expeditions, once you've got a fleet, you can go on expeditions. However, you will need contract. You'll need to contract your people to work for you. And you can contract them for 7 days, 15 days, or 30 days. 30 days is the most efficient. 7 days is the most expensive per day. But it's dependent on how happy you are and how long you want to do it. If you want to add to them, when you add to your fleets, it will then disband them, and you can lose your contract days. So it's not good to break them up. So once they put the contract on them, you probably more than likely, unless you want to potentially lose what you put in, and you can see that it's not actually cheap to do the contract. You know, it can be 0.63. So if you put 30 days on, like I did, like a noob, and then you realize, hold on a minute, I've only got 1 spaceship in there, I've got 3 workers, let's do something else, and then you can't for 28 days. You just have to kind of use that fleet as it is. And at my second team, I've done a 7-day one. But let's get to the expeditions. When you got your fleets, you can go up here, you can go on different ones, and it will say your max planet here. I went up, got a 1300 efficient team made up. You can see the second team can go to planet 2. And then once you can go, so I'll do this one just as the best example, because it can actually go a little bit higher than planet 2. As you go higher, you receive more eternal, but the chance of you successfully mining it is less. You get an extra bonus on your rank. Your rank is determined by what ships you've got in your fleet. If you've got 2 5-stars, a 1 4-star, 1 3-star, 1 2-star, 1 star, you'd have a 5-star fleet, or an S-class fleet, should we say, and that would help you and give you a rank bonus on the chance of getting these. Also, if you're over on the mining power, so I could go up to 13 here, but with doing 13, you can see my success is 61%, whereas if I move down a couple, it's 63%, 65%, 70%. So something like this is a lot more likely to be successful on a higher, you know, if you're doing it 30 times, something like that will benefit you. But you can just do the maths, and again, all of these will change, so you're earning the right amount of dollars. So whatever 0.7 is in dollars right now, if it goes up in Eternal on the ticker, you can see it up here on Dex Tools. If it goes up to 180, that number will go down, but the amount of dollars you're earning will stay the same. So that's pretty much it. What I recommend is probably buying your first one from the marketplace, and then just trying to fill a fleet up with 10 ships and 20 workers. Just get like I said, with this one, I just went for 65 MP workers and then spaceships, 2-star spaceships I've got. But then it's more for contract. If you've got less players that are higher mining power, then you don't pay so much when you contract your fleet. But there we go. If there's any questions or queries, feel free to ask them. comments in below. Like I said, I'm new to this game, so what I've said is only what I've kind of picked up, and of course only invest if you want to invest. There's potential gains and losses to be made in any investment. I'm not a financial advisor. You should always do your own research. I was just trying to explain how to be able to make a fleet and expedition if you did want to get involved. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe for more. Billy Wiz over and out.